Hey, I'm Ryan Lagod.
And I'm Craig Tovey.
And welcome to Storytime with Ryan Lagod.
And Craig Tovey.
Stop! Subscribe time! Go push that button.
And subscribe, please.
Stop! Storytime!
Guys, if you want to get a bunch of extra cool stuff and support the show, all you have to do is go to
patreon.com/RyanandCraig
and become a member of the Ryan and Craig reading crew. Today, speaking of today, Craig.
Girl, go on.
Today's book is I Am Abraham Lincoln
by Brad Meltzer, illustrated by Christopher Eliopoulos.
Let's get started. I Am Abraham Lincoln
by Brad Meltzer, illustrated by Christopher Eliopoulos. I am Abraham Lincoln. When I was little, even young boys were expected to work on the farm and hunt animals for food.
I preferred to read. Abe, you coming?
I'll catch up with you later. I also loved animals. When I was 10 years old, I saw a group of boys playing with some turtles. They found turtles? I love turtles.
Look, it's making the turtle run fast.
It's the fastest turtle ever.
But as I got closer, I realized they weren't playing. They were taking hot coals and putting them on top of the turtles to see what would happen. To them, it was harmless fun.
In that moment, I could have just walked away. When you're 10 years old, it's hard to do the right thing, but someone has to. Let this turtle go.
What did you say?
You heard me. Let it go.
The boys let the turtle go.
Ryan, don't worry, I got this covered. I'll do the right thing, okay?
Oh, Craig, no worries at all. You know what? I'll step in and I'll do the right thing.
Doing the right thing's kind of more my thing. I think I'd be better at it, so I'll do the right thing.
Okay, and what's the right thing right now?
Well, it's hard to say.
That's what I thought. I'll do the right thing, Craig.
Just depends on the situation.
I got it.
Dang it. Soon after, I wrote one of my first essays about how hurting animals is wrong. That may not seem like a big deal, but back then, most kids and even adults didn't know how to write. In fact, the state of Indiana was so new, schools weren't even built yet.
I went to school for barely a year total, but that didn't stop me. Using chalk, I practiced writing the alphabet on trees. I even wrote in the dirt of the cornfield. Hey, how's the corn coming?
Great, Dad. When it came to learning, my best teachers were simply books. I loved books so much, I once walked 6 miles, I'm serious, 6 miles, to get one.
6 miles? That's too far for a book.
Not for this one. I'd read while my horse was resting.
And while waiting in line at the local store. And in one of my favorite positions, with my feet up on a tree.
Before long, I had read every book in the neighborhood, from the Bible to Aesop's Fables to Robinson Crusoe. But one of my favorites? A book about George Washington.
I'd even copy my favorite parts on pieces of wood.
Did you know that George Washington was a friend of men?
You're a strange boy, Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be on the penny someday.
What's a penny?
When I was 22 years old, we moved to Illinois, where I met a group known as the Clary's Grove Boys.
Think you're better than us?
I never said that.
Dummy chicken, show us what you got.
Everyone in town knew they were bullies. I didn't like bullies, but I was the new guy. When they challenged me, I didn't have much choice.
Today, some may call it a fight, but it was really a wrestling match. Me against their leader, Jack Armstrong. Back then, the rule was, once you grabbed your opponent, you couldn't break your hold. Wham!
But Jack did, so he could grab my leg and send me flying.
I wasn't mad I lost. Everyone loses sometimes. What got me upset? He had cheated.
You didn't play fair.
Maybe you want to fight us all.
Within seconds, they all surrounded me. They were waiting for me to back down or to lose my cool. Instead, calmly and confidently, I told them, if I have to, I will fight every single one of you, fair and square. They knew I meant it.
You're a strange kid, Abraham Lincoln, but you've got guts.
You know, I'm gonna be on the penny.
What's a penny? Sometimes the hardest fights don't reveal a winner, but they do reveal character, especially when you're fighting for something you believe in.
Oh, Ryan, I got this. Don't worry, I'll fight for what I believe in.
Oh, great. You know what? I'm going to step in and I'll fight for what I believe in too.
No, I really got it. It's kind of like more my thing, so I'm going to go ahead and fight for what I believe in.
Oh, great. And what is it that you believe in?
Well, it's, you have speculation over here, and you have intuition over here. And what I think I believe...
Yeah, I'm going to take the fighting for what you believe in too, Craig.
Man. Still, not every struggle brought a victory. Years later, I saw a group of slaves chained together in a boat on the Ohio River. Back then, not all people were free. Some were slaves. Just because of the color of their skin, they were forced to work without pay. They were treated terribly.
I never forgot the sight of that boat. I didn't do anything that day, but for years, the memory of those people, it haunted me.
I was still thinking about them when I became president. I lost 4 elections before I got the big job. 4!
America was facing one of the greatest fights in our history, the Civil War. One side wanted to let the slaves go free. The other side, we want to keep slavery going, and we'll fight anyone who says otherwise.
If I had turned my head and looked away, I would have avoided the fight. But if I'd learned anything in life, it was this. When someone needed help, I wasn't so good at looking away. I'm sorry, I cannot allow that.
What'd you just say?
You heard me. These people will be free. The Civil War lasted longer than anyone thought. The fighting took a terrible toll. People on our side were ready to give up. To re-energize them, we held a big event in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
The main speaker gave a speech that lasted nearly 2 hours. I gave a speech that lasted 2 minutes and used only 271 words. The most important 5 words I used.
All men are created equal. Soon after, I helped pass a law that ended slavery in America and freed all those people. Then we ended the Civil War.
As a result, we didn't just bring together these United States of America. We proved that this government of the people, by the people, and for the people would be dedicated to freedom and justice.
In this speech, he told the crowd that no one would remember what he said at Gettysburg.
Wanna bet?
In life, strength can take many forms, but there's nothing quite as strong as standing up for someone who needs it. No matter where you're from or how little you have, one thing that can never be taken away from you is your voice.
When you find something you believe in, use your voice. And when you see injustice, speak louder than you've ever spoken before. When you do, it'll never be forgotten.
Look, he's on the penny. Ryan, I'm going to jump in here. I got this one covered. Never forgotten. It's all up here, okay? I'll handle it.
You know what? I think it can be universal, and I'll just jump in with you and we can handle it together. We'll just both never forgotten.
Well, Ryan is kind of a one-person job, I feel, so never forgotten. I'm on it, okay?
Okay, and what is it that'll never be forgotten?
Well, there's the penny and turtles.
Boy, both of those are solid, but we're looking for freedom and justice and
freedom and justice and speak up. I am Abraham Lincoln. I will never stop fighting for what's right. And I hope you'll remember that when you speak your mind and speak for others, there's no more powerful way to be heard. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. I must stand with anybody that stands right, and stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. Abraham Lincoln. Ryan, I'll stand with you.
Craig, I will stand with you. Unless you go wrong, then I am out.
Yeah, for sure. Am I right?
Right now.
Oh, whew, good.
But if you go wrong,
no.
I am out.
Oh, likewise.
Yeah,
obviously.
I am Abraham Lincoln.
By Brad Meltzer, illustrated by Christopher Eliopoulos.
And now it's time for Shout Out! Let's get shouted!
And remember, if you want to book your very own personal video message from us to you, all you have to do is go to ryanandcraig.com/store and book yours today.
Let's get shouting. Yeah.
Mrs. Mangin's class, Copperside Elementary.
Glenside, PA. Mrs. Blair Eastland Elementary School, Shannon, Illinois.
Mrs. Webster's first grade class at Thomas White in Bridgeport, Michigan. Woo!
Mr. Johnson's third grade class, Biggs, California.
It's North California. NorCal. Miss Holbert's first grade class, Lowell Elementary, Tacoma, Washington.
Ray Chand, Sacramento.
Yeah! NorCal, shout out. Woo! Nate and Noella Breed from Toledo, Ohio.
Ohio.
OH!
I-O. Paige and Brooklyn, they're from Roseville, California.
It's near Sacramento in
NorCal.
Everett Paramo, 6 years old, from Slimy, Simi Valley, California.
There it is, Craig.
Roman Alexander and Elise from Bakersfield, California.
Mrs. Forget's kindergarten class from New York. Don't get me started on Old Newark.